our score. And EA Sports NFL Sunday returns after this. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. They'll run with Gilliam. Trying to use that big body to go forward. Going to get to the line of scrimmage, but nothing after that.
No gain on the play. Second and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Second and 10. From the gun, here is Allen. That's going to be incomplete. Good work by the defender. Bodied his man up. Wouldn't allow the catch. It'll force third down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
On third down, it's Josh Allen. And that is incomplete.
And this passing game continues to come up short these last couple plays. That's 2 consecutive incompletions in a row. Now they're staring fourth down right in the face.
The Bills bringing on their punting unit. And no return on this one. Fair catch signal for and take.
Dolphins take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Ready. The drive begins at the 20. Here's first and 10. Come on. From the gun, Richardson. Out to his right. Finding room at midfield. And they're going to have this all the way down inside the 30-yard line. A big-time play for the Dolphins. 54 yards.
First down. First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Let's go. On first and 10, here's Richardson. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. He'll be taken down, but just like that, they are in business. It's first and goal.
Well, they certainly aren't wasting any time marching down the field. I mean, you only need one hand to count how many plays they've run, and yet they find themselves first and goal inside the low red zone.
Here's H.M. to the 5-yard line. Second and goal.
70, 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
Out of shotgun, Richardson. And that's over everybody. Out of the back of the end zone. It is incomplete.
That's one he'd love to have back. An opportunity to score 6 was right there for the taking. Just wasn't quite meant to be.
Now that 7 Pirates, trap Hawk 70, Hawk, trap 50, trap 19 Lions, 79 Broncos.
From the gun on third down, Richardson. And that is incomplete.
Every so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable. And as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, they're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws, but to put the ball in harm's way. Yeah, I think anytime you have a quarterback like Anthony Richardson with that size and that athleticism, I think you feel comfortable in this situation, letting him take it, find a crease, and just get this first down himself. So you got to give credit to this defense. That's a great stop, and that's a huge turnover on downs.
The drive starts with a carry by McCaffrey. And he's going to take this up to the 17-yard line. They'll get 11 there. And that's a quick first down.
First and 10 at the 17-yard line.
He'll go back to McCaffrey on first down. And he's going to have this one up near the 28. First and 10. From the gun, it's Allen. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away. And that'll set up second down.
They've been a little up and down in this first half. I mean, they have less than 80 yards of total offense and halftime looms. So missed throws like that, those are missed opportunities. They've got to hit the plays when they have them. They want to have a chance to leave here with a win.
On second down, here is Allen. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. He might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a third down.
Let's make no mistake about it, Mike. I mean, this passing game, it just has not been very efficient here in the first half. I mean, they've produced more yards on the ground than through the air, and incompletions like that certainly aren't going to help.
On third down, it's Allen. And that is incomplete.
And this offense just cannot get anything going right now on third down. If you ask any offensive play caller throughout the entire league, Mike, the importance of third down, maintaining possession, making the defense stay on the field and have long extended drives, it is critical to not only scoring points, but ultimately winning in the NFL.
Returnable from the 17. That could have broken for a bigger return, but as it is, nice job getting his offense a start out past the 30-yard line.
Ready, set. Ready, cut 19. Cut 19. Go.
On first down, it's Richardson. To the tight end, and he fits it in on the corner route. And he's going to be dragged down, but not until he's inside the 25.
Buffalo 18.
First and 10 at the 21-yard line.
19 tight. 19 tight. Rep 70 range. 70 range.
Richardson to throw here on first and 10. He's got it inside the 5. And he's in. Come on, 8-10. Touchdown, Dolphins. That's the 5th touchdown for him on the year.
So often these defenses come into the game, Mike, and when they build their pass defense plan, there's tight ends, there's receivers. There's so many weapons that these offenses around the league have at their disposal. It could be easy sometimes to not account for the running back out of the backfield, but that's exactly what happened here. Easy throw, get into the hands of one of the most dynamic guys on the field, and let them do the rest after the catch, and he takes it in for a touchdown.
From the 6, here comes a return. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. They'll run with McCaffrey to start this drive. And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes to go here till halftime. Greg and I back in Buffalo after this. Here's 2nd and 6. From the gun, Josh Allen. The pressure gets there, and down he goes back inside the 20-yard line. The Bills going to use the first of their timeouts to talk things over before third down.
The defensive coaches, they preached all week, Mike. They have to have relentless pursuit of this quarterback when he tries to extend the play. So often it results in a great play for the offense and a big pickup. This time, because of that pursuit, it leads to a big loss.
Half 85. Half 85. Look out.
Allen to throw on 3rd and long. He's going to let this one go deep. That's caught. bringing it the rest of the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And it's really just a great route, Mike, and then a beautiful throw. The accuracy of the throw is what allowed the receiver not only to secure the catch, but then be able to turn it up and finish the play and find himself in the end zone.
The score, Dolphins 14, Bills 10. Tyler Bass to kick off for Buffalo.
Following the touchdown, Bass is back to kick it off.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Ready, set, Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Let's go, 70 Lions.
On the ground to start the drive, it's Achane. He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
Cowboy 80.
Throwing on 2nd down, Richardson. Open man, downfield is Smith. And he's going to be out of bounds just beyond midfield. 20 yards on that pass play. Good for a Dolphins first down.
68, 70 Rangers. Get ready, go.
Richardson to throw. That's deep for the back of the end zone. That's to the end zone where it's incomplete. What a job in covering, muscling that one free. It'll be 2nd down now.
Got it, ready? Got ready. Warriors 70, Cup 19, Cup 19. Ready.
Now Richardson. The pass rush gets home and he goes down. Derek Harmon, he's able to force the big loss on the sack. And it sets up 3rd and long.
Here we go, set. Set.
Off the play fake, it's Richardson. And they are all over him yet again. He'll go down once more. Now a timeout, Buffalo. They're 2nd. They stop it here with just under 40 seconds until halftime. So the drive will end there, and on comes Trestway to punt on 4th down. And that is good coverage by the punt team as they meet him and bring him down. First and 10, and it's Allen. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up 2nd down.
I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked. And with that pressure getting there in a hurry, it just ends up being a wasted down.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Allen will throw. He's got Likely over the middle. And he'll be taken down up around the 32-yard line.
17 yards. That's good for a Bills first down.
First down. Allen. Open man. His tight end screen. And they will bring this into the red zone. Big connection inside the 20. And the offense will elect to burn a timeout. 5 seconds remaining in this 2nd quarter.
Tyler Bass for the Bills field goal. A 34-yard attempt.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Bills are back within a point. It's 14-13.
Nice job there securing points with that final play. Of course, they would have loved to have come away from that possession with a touchdown. But I think they're going to be happy with 3 going into the break.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Let's go. 18, Panther 11, Panther.
Richardson to throw it here on first down. Sending it deep for Waddle. That's going to be incomplete. They took a shot on the final play. Prayer not answered. And that is how this first half will come to an end. Certainly a tightly contested first half, and you'd expect more of that here in the second half. A one-point game as quarter three begins. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line.
30-yard line.
Short, complete to Likely. And he'll get about 8 on that one. Most of it coming after the catch. It's second down.
Not every pass has to be thrown downfield. You can rely on the run after catch, especially a big body like this tight end. Get the ball in his hands early and let him pick up the rest after the catch.
Ball on the 39. Here's second and a yard. They'll run the toss with McCaffrey. And he's going to be out of bounds right around midfield. A gain of 11 on that one. Good for a Bills first down.
First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Out of the gun, here's Allen. The pressure, too much, and he goes down.
If there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on an early down. So I guess technically they have a chance to claw themselves out of this hole, but that's the third sack of the game. This defense doesn't show any signs of slowing down.
To the air on second down. Here's Allen. As he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be third down. Operating out of the gun, here comes Allen. He's got his man on the in route. Yes, take it in over the middle. And he'll get a good chunk of that yardage back, but he's still well short of the first down.
Probably took him a little bit longer than they would have preferred, but he finally gets on the board. First catch, first touch. Here as we start the second half.
It's too long for a field goal. They'll go for it here on fourth down. They'll try and throw for it with Allen. That's going to be incomplete. They felt compelled to go for it on fourth and long. That was a big ask, and the defense turns them away. A run here with A-Chain. And he finds some space, tackled after a gain of 7 on first down.
43-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup. Brings up second and 2.
From the 43, here's second and 2.
Let's go now. Dragon 60, 18 card, 19 tight, 19.
From the gun, Richardson sending it deep for Waddle. And he's in. Waddle. Touchdown, Miami.
This is kind of the feast or famine anytime a defensive coordinator dials up a man pressure. And when you don't get home, it just puts so much stress on your secondary, Mike. They feel like they're out there defending their man for an eternity. And the quarterback had his opportunity to find his matchup. Good protection up front. And they just couldn't hold up in coverage long enough. And they give up a big touchdown.
This will be returned from the 6. And he'll be out of bounds on the return. And the drive will begin there. On the handoff, McCaffrey. And they'll gain about 6 there as it's up past the 35-yard line. From the 38 now, here's 2nd and 3. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
And while that run wasn't anything really to write home about, what it allows them to do, Mike, is keep everything in the playbook at their disposal. 3rd and short, now it's up to these coaches to dial up their best short yardage play and extend this drive.
He was trying to get that one to Isaiah Likely. And it's going to be 4th down.
And that's exactly how you teach it. They want these defenders to time the hit, that right when the ball gets there, you separate the receiver from the ball. And those are the ones on offense, man. You just have to make that catch, Mike. I know it's easier said than done, but you know the hit's coming. You've got to squeeze that thing, brace for impact, and make that play for your offense.
That is hard. And he will score. Touchdown, Bills. His 4th TD grab of the season.
You just had a feeling that this might be coming, right? It's kind of been brewing all game. Like you see it so often on 4th down. The most difficult play to defend deep in the red zone is quarterback scramble. The defense lets the quarterback get outside the pocket. It puts so much pressure on your paced defenders in the secondary, and they can't latch on, and he takes it on himself.
Allen leading the Bills to the line for this 2-point try.
The Bills are lining up for a 2-point conversion.
Back to throw. And he will get into the end zone. The 2-point conversion ties this game up. So back to level after the touchdown. Time for the kickoff.
Christian McCaffrey on the return. The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
On the handoff, this is Achane. And he'll get this to about the 36-yard line. Mike Green is there on the stop.
36-yard line. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
On the ready.
Here's 2nd and 9.
18, pioneer. Ready. Buffalo it. 60 Eagles. 60 Eagles. Ready.
Out of the shotgun, Richardson. The 2nd down throw is incomplete.
He just rushed that decision just a little bit downfield. I mean, it's one thing to trust your guy to make a play in tight coverage, but I think if he was a little bit more patient in his progression, there was an easier throw out there that wouldn't make him have to throw such a tight window ball and put his receiver in a tight spot.
And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. Able to get loose after the catch for more yardage. That'll be a pickup of 21. The breaker huddle coming up now for 1st and 10.
Top 19, 18, Warriors 70.
Now Richardson. They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a 1st down.
A gain of 12.
12 yards on the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Go.
That's Palmer, the man in motion.
Cougar 19.
On 1st and 10, here's Richardson. That one out wide to Achane. And they will take him down at the 20-yard line. That's a gain of 11. And they'll move the chains with another 1st down.
First down. A gain of 11 on the play.
A run out of the gun with Achane. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this third quarter of play. Here comes 2nd and 4.
Come on, come on.
Throwing is Richardson. That's to the end zone, but just too far out in front. That one's incomplete.
They let a golden opportunity slip away on that one. That's the matchup that they wanted. They just couldn't quite capitalize on it.
Get it. 60 Bison, 60 Bison. Ready, ready.
From the gun on 3rd down, Richardson. That is part of the 3. And he'll take it on in. Touchdown, Dolphins. That is 2nd touchdown of the game. He's up to 9 now on the year. No problem there on the extra point. And the Dolphins go up by 7. 28-21. So the lead is 7 now. Here in this 4th quarter, the tie has been broken. Let's see what happens on this kickoff. This one taken at the 7. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. First carry of the game for Brian Robinson. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line. That one good for a dozen. And a very quick first down.
Well, really nice start here to the drive. Early down success. Every offensive coordinator is trying to find ways. How do we pick up first downs without having to get to 3rd down? We see it here. Big explosive run. Now the rest of the drive unfolds.
And he's out of bounds inside the 45-yard line. Remember, he had the touchdown catch the last time they had the football. Here, he's got a first down. Up the middle, here's McCaffrey. There he goes, inside the 30. And he is out of bounds. Mark him at the 25. That's another first down, another big play. The defense has some issues. Gain of 18. Gonna throw. This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up 2nd down.
I got high standards for offensive players, but in this case, Mike, I think I'm giving all the credit to the defender. He timed that one up perfectly, and what could have been an easy play ends up as an incomplete.
He's going to be marked down at the 12-yard line. It's a pickup of 12. First down, Buffalo.
Best time to call a draw is when the defense is playing a pass situation, so a down and distance that screams pass. You want those defensive linemen ripping up the field thinking, I'm going to go sack the quarterback. In this case, they time it perfectly, hands the ball off to the back, big pickup. We typically see the big guys up front, Mike, make plays at the line. But every so often, he's able to drive through, get in the backfield, and take them down for a loss.
Allen now on 2nd down. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. And he might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
They need one right now. 3rd and long. Here's Allen to throw. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And they were hoping for a little more on that one. Brought down well short of the first. It'll bring up fourth down.
Tyler Bass on for the field goal. A 27.
And this one, right down the middle. It's good. Well, every bit helps as they draw just a little bit closer.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone, and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
The Dolphins take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Ready?
On first and 10, it's Achane. Room to run past midfield. And he's going to be taken down on the other side of the 50-yard line.
It's a gain of 21 yards. And the Dolphins first down. First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
They'll let Richardson run this himself. And he's into the end zone. That might be the knockout punch. Anthony Richardson. Touchdown, Miami. The extra point is good. The Dolphins will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. They're trying to pin him deep. They'll take this from the 3. He'll come across the 20 and taken down at the 21-yard line. On first and 10, it's Allen. That one complete to Brian Robinson. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up second and 5.
At the 26-yard line.
From the gun, here is Allen. Forced out wide. And he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. That was a good idea. Didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up third down.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because, think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. But at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
A gain of only a
So
yard.
2 minutes left to play in the second half. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. The pressure intensifies for fourth down and 3. Allen going to throw for it. And that is incomplete. They had their chance. They took it there. Look, they're trailing late. Got to let it fly. This will wind up a turnover on
The
down.
result of the play is a turnover on downs.
Let's go.
A run up the middle with Achane. And he's able to push his way forward. A gain of about 2.